Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss IS code method from the chapter bearing capacity of shallow foundation. The equation for the net ultimate bearing capacity for general shear failure by IS code method is given as QNU equal to CNC SCDC IC plus Q into NQ minus 1 into SQ DQ IQ plus 0.5 B gamma N gamma S gamma D gamma I gamma into W dash. So here we can see that this equation is given for net ultimate bearing capacity, whereas other equations which we have discussed in previous video and which were given by Terzaghi and Vesic were given for ultimate bearing capacity. Now let me write Vesic's equation here so that we can discuss the similarities and differences between these two equations. So as per Vesic equation, QU equal to C dash NC SC DC IC plus Q NQ SQ DQ IQ plus 0.5 B gamma N gamma S gamma D gamma I gamma. So this is the basic equation. So this is basic equation and this is IS code method equation. So here we can see that the basic equation is given for ultimate bearing capacity and the IS code method equation is given for net ultimate bearing capacity, which is equal to QU minus Q, where Q is surcharge. So now let us assume a stiff footing which is subjected to vertical ultimate pressure QU, and because of this pressure the soil which is present below the soil fails in shear. So these are the possible failure planes, and now let us assume that this is the ground level. So now coming back to these two equations, the first term of both the equations is same and it indicates the cohesive resistance of soil to the failure. The second term of both the equations indicate the effect of surcharge, or we can say the resistance to failure because of effective surcharge, which is equal to pressure due to soil which is present above the base of the footing. Now since QNU is equal to QU minus Q, means surcharge is deducted from QU. So here in this second term also we can see there is deduction of Q, SQ, DQ, IQ from this second term of the basic equation. Hence we can say this term minus this will give the value of Q, NQ minus 1, SQ, DQ, IQ. And also the third term of the both equations indicate the weight of soil in shear zone. Means weight of soil in this area is indicated by the third term of the both the equation. Now suppose water table is present below the base of the footing at considerable depth. Then this water table is not going to affect the weight of the soil in shear zone. But suppose if the water table level rises, say up to base level of the footing, then in that case the soil in the shear zone will be submerged, and that's why unit weight of soil will reduce to submerged unit weight. So ultimately weight of the soil in shear zone will get reduced. That means there is effect of position of water table on the soil which is present in the shear zone. So this effect is not considered in basic theory. So this is the drawback of basic theory. Whereas in IS code method, this factor W dash is introduced. So this factor W dash is taken into account for the effect of water table. If the water table is at or below a depth of df plus b, where df is the depth of footing and b is the base width of the footing, and if the water table is at depth df plus b measured from the ground surface, means total depth is df plus b, this much depth is df, so this depth means depth of water table from the base of the footing is b. So at this depth the water table is not going to affect the weight of the soil in the shear zone. So in that case W dash is taken equal to 1. But if the water table is likely to rise to the base of the footing, then unit weight of the soil is going to get reduced. That's why weight of the soil is going to get reduced. That's why value of W dash is taken as 0.5. And if the water table is located at a depth d below the ground surface such that d lies in between df and df plus b, in that case the value of w is obtained by interpolation. The bearing capacity factors nc, nq and n gamma are same as those given by Vesi. So let us see the formula for these factors. NQ is equal to tan square 45 degree plus phi dash by 2 into e raised to pi tan phi dash. NC is equal to NQ minus 1 into cot phi dash, and N gamma is equal to 2 NQ plus 1 into tan phi dash. Now we will see formula for shape factors, depth factors and inclination factor. So here the shape factors and inclination factors are same as used in basic theory. Only formula for depth factor will be different. So first we will see the formula for shape factors. So for strip footing, value of SC, SQ and S gamma is equal to 1. For rectangular footing, value of SC is equal to 1 plus B by L into NQ by NC. SQ is 1 plus B by L tan phi dash, and S gamma is equal to 1 plus 0.4 B by L. For circular and square footing, the value of SC is 1 plus NQ by NC. SQ is 1 plus tan phi dash and S gamma is 0.6. So these are the similar formulas used in basic theory. Now we will see formula for depth factors. The depth factors are given below. DC is equal to 1 plus 0.2 df by b into tan 45 degree plus phi dash by 2. dq is equal to d gamma is equal to 1 when angle of frictional resistance is less than 10 degree, and dq is equal to d gamma equal to 1 plus 0.1 df by b into tan 45 degree plus phi dash by 2 when value of phi dash is greater than 10 degree. Now we will see formula for inclination factor. So these formula are similar to formula used in basic theory. So inclination factor IC is equal to IQ is equal to 1 minus alpha degree divided by 90 degree square. and I gamma is equal to 1 minus alpha degree divided by phi dash square. So here alpha is the angle of inclination of the load with the vertical. So this angle is alpha. Till now we have discussed the formula for general shear failure. Now we will discuss the formula for local shear failure. So the net ultimate bearing capacity for local shear failure is given by QNU is equal to 2/3 of N dash C SC IC. So here we have taken 2/3 of cohesion, that is mobilized cohesion, plus Q into N dash Q minus 1 SQ DQ IQ plus 0.5 B gamma N gamma S gamma D gamma I gamma into W dash. So here the value of bearing capacity factors NC dash, NQ dash and N gamma dash are obtained from the equation for the angle of mobilized friction, and the value of phi m, that is mobilized angle of friction, is obtained from the formula tan inverse 2/3 of tan phi dash. So by using this value of phi m, the value of bearing capacity factors NC dash, NQ dash and N gamma dash are calculated. So NQ dash is equal to tan square 45 degree plus phi m by 2 into e raised to pi tan phi m. NC is equal to NQ minus 1 cot phi m and N gamma is equal to 2 into NQ plus 1 tan phi m. So these formula are similar to formula used for general shear failure, but the only difference is the phi dash term is replaced by phi m. So for the design of the footing, we will have to predict the type of failure which is going to occur in the foundation if foundation fails. So for that prediction, we will have to follow following criteria. So first criteria is, in case of cohesionless soils, if relative density Dr is greater than 70% and void ratio E is less than 0.55, then the failure is considered as general shear failure. And on the other hand, if the relative density Dr is smaller than 20% and void ratio E is greater than 0.75, in that case local shear failure is going to occur. So when relative density of the soil is in between 20 to 70% and the void ratio is in between 0.55 and 0.75, then the bearing capacity factors are obtained by interpolation between the general shear failure and local shear failure. That means first we will determine the value of QNU assuming the general shear failure. Then we will determine the value of QNU assuming local shear failure, and then we will do the interpolation using those two obtained values. For example, let us consider the case when the relative density is 40% and phi dash is 30 degree. So relative density is 40%, that is it is in between 20 to 70. So we will have to do the interpolation. Now the bearing capacity factors for general shear failure using value of phi dash equal to 30 degree can be obtained as NC equal to 30.14, NQ equal to 18.4 and N gamma is equal to 22.4. So now phi m is equal to tan inverse of 2/3 of tan 30. So mobilized phi m is equal to 21 degree. So now using this value, we will determine the bearing capacity factors for local shear failure. So bearing capacity factors for local failure are NC dash equal to 16.01, NQ dash is equal to 7.25 and N gamma dash is equal to 6.49. Now let us find the net ultimate bearing capacity assuming the soil is cohesionless. Now since the soil is cohesionless, the first term of the equation will become 0. Now let us assume that the base width of the footing is 2 meter. SQ S gamma DQ D gamma is equal to 1. Depth of the footing is also equal to 1 unit. W dash is equal to 1. Gamma equal to 20 kilonewton per meter square, and also IQ and I gamma equal to 1. So for general shear failure, the relative density should be greater than 70%. But here the relative density is 40% only. The equation for general shear failure for IS code method is given as QNU equal to Q NQ minus 1 SQ DQ IQ plus 0.5 B gamma N gamma S gamma D gamma I gamma into W dash. So putting all these above values in equation, we will get QNU equal to, we will write Q as 20 into 1 into NQ as 18.4 minus 1 into remaining this term will be equal to 1 plus 0.5, we will write B as 2 into gamma as 20 into N gamma as 22.4 into remaining this term will be equal to 1. So QNU will be equal to 796 kilonewton per meter square. Now for local shear failure, the value of relative density should be less than 20%. But here the relative density is again 40%. So the formula for QNU in case of local shear failure will be Q into NQ dash minus 1 SQ DQ IQ plus 0.5 B gamma N dash gamma S gamma D gamma I gamma into W dash. So again QNU becomes equal to, we can write Q as 20 into 1 into NQ as 7.25 minus 1 into remaining these three terms will become equal to 1 plus 0.5 into B as 2 into gamma as 20 into N gamma as 6.49 into remaining these terms will be equal to 1. So value of QNU becomes equal to 2.54.8. So we have obtained value of net ultimate bearing capacity for general shear failure as well as for local shear failure. So now we will do the interpolation. So we can obtain the value of QNU for soil having relative density of 40% by linear interpolation of the two values obtained for general shear failure and for local shear failure. So QNU becomes equal to 254.8, which is lower value of these two values, plus 40 minus 20. So here 40 is the actual relative density of the soil, 20 is the lower limit of the relative density, divided by 70 minus 20. So here 70 is the upper limit, 20 is the lower limit of the relative density into the difference between the two values obtained of QNU. So it is equal to 796 minus 254.8. So value of QNU for relative density of 40% is obtained as 471.28 kilonewton per meter square. Thank you for watching.